You know, people look at my life today and they see the cars, the suits, the shows, the laughter. But let me tell you something. It wasn't always like this. There was a time when I didn't have a dime to my name. I was sleeping in a car, washing up in gas station bathrooms, praying to God every night just to see another day. And every time I felt like quitting, something inside me said, hold on, Steve, don't you dare stop believing. See, faith doesn't make it easy. Faith makes it possible. And I'm standing here today as living proof that when you believe, nothing is impossible. Somebody in this room needs to hear this. You're closer than you think. You just got to hold your faith when it hurts the most. Let me be real with you. Life will break you down. It doesn't care who you are, how talented you think you are, or what you plan. When I started chasing comedy, man, I was broke. People laughed at me, not because I was funny, but because they thought my dream was a joke. I remember standing backstage one night, about to go on, stomach empty, heart heavy, tears in my eyes. I said, God, I don't see a way. But I know you do. And you know what I learned? God doesn't need your plan. He needs your belief. Because the moment you start believing, you give heaven permission to move in your favor. See, some of y'all praying for something big, but you keep doubting it right after you pray. You can't ask God for a miracle and then act like he can't do it. You either believe or you don't. And I'm here to tell you, I believed when it made no sense. I remember one night, man, I was sitting in that car. I was living in, tired, cold, ready to give up. And I said, God, if this is all you got for me, I can't do it no more. And in that moment, I felt something say, keep the faith. I'm not done with you yet. That voice changed everything, because faith ain't just believing in God. It's believing that he's still working even when you can't see it. You see, God's plan doesn't move on your time. He moves when you're ready, not when you're comfortable. And sometimes he'll strip everything from you just to show you that he's all you ever needed. So when life gets dark, when you feel lost, when everything falls apart, don't ask, why me? Ask, what are you teaching me, Lord? Because behind every test, there's a blessing waiting for your belief. One day, I got a call from the Apollo Theater. They said, Steve, we want you to come perform. Now listen, I didn't even have the money to get there, but I believed that if God opened that door, he'd make a way for me to walk through it. And guess what? That one performance changed my entire life. That was the moment I realized God doesn't just answer prayers. He delivers purpose. See, when God shows up, he doesn't show up halfway. He'll take the same people who doubted you and make them watch you walk in the blessings they said you'd never have. That's how he works. He turns impossible into testimony. So when I say nothing is impossible when you believe, I ain't talking from no book. I'm talking from my life. Listen, y'all, faith ain't just a word you say in church. It's a muscle. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets. But here's the truth. Faith gets tested. You're going to lose friends. You're going to cry. You're going to be misunderstood. But the people who keep their faith through the fire, those are the ones God promotes in public. Some of y'all want the miracle without the storm. You can't have one without the other. You can't have resurrection without crucifixion. So stop saying, why me? And start saying, try me. Because every time life knocks you down, it's giving you a chance to prove your belief is real. And when you trust God through the pain, through the silence, through the delay, He'll give you something that no money can buy, peace. The kind of peace that says, I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know who's working it out. Let me talk to somebody in here right now who feels stuck. You've been praying, waiting, crying, and nothing seems to move. Let me tell you what I know. Sometimes God delays your blessing because He's building your strength. Sometimes He hides the answer so you'll start seeking Him, not just the solution. Stop begging for a quick fix and start building your faith muscle. You got power inside you that you ain't even tapped into yet. And listen, you don't need everybody to believe in you. You just need you and God. That's enough. That's the majority right there. So when people say it's impossible, you look them in the eye and say, not for my God. Because see, I have seen Him do it. He took a broke man living in a car and turned him into a man standing on stages all over the world. If He did it for me, He can do it for you. The only difference is I refuse to stop believing. Before I leave you, I want to remind you of something real simple. Your belief is your seed. Every time you doubt yourself, you kill what God's trying to grow in you. But every time you say, I still believe, you water that seed, and one day it's going to bloom right in front of you. Don't you ever let people talk you out of your miracle. Don't you ever let fear silence your faith, because your faith is the bridge between where you are and where you're meant to be. And listen, I don't care what you're facing today. You might be broke, alone, heartbroken, tired, but if you still believe, God can still move. He ain't done writing your story. He's just setting up your comeback. So keep believing, keep walking, keep fighting, because one day you're going to look back and realize every closed door was just God leading you to the right one. And when that day comes, you'll understand what I've been saying all along. Nothing, absolutely nothing is impossible when you believe. Keep your faith strong. Keep your heart open. God's got you.